Say, I can't believe this is happening. Are you sure we should be telling this? What's up, guys?
And welcome to
Lights, Camera, Arrest. And today is a new episode, and we are going to talk about one that's actually popular, very popular. And it has gotten even more popular in recent days.
Tuss.
No.
Not the right podcast.
No.
Oh.
So, this is the case of the Menendez brothers, Lyle and Erik Menendez.
Alright, babe. Can I just say something?
Right.
Guys, do not mess with Angie when two things. When it's a crime podcast, because she loves these podcasts, and two, because she's tired. so there's these two things. So yeah, babe, take it away.
Okay, so you guys may have seen like the Netflix documentary, the Netflix show done by, I think it's Ryan Murphy. But if you guys haven't seen it or you guys don't know about this case, let's go through it with you guys. So this is actually a timeline of what has actually happened from before they got arrested to recent times, recent days. So, Erik and Lyle Menendez have actually been in jail for 35 years.
Damn.
For the double murder of their parents. So, they killed their mom and their dad. Or they murdered, I should say. In 1989, August 20th to be exact, music executive Jose Menendez and his wife Kitty Menendez were gunned down with shotguns in their Beverly Hills, California home. Their sons Lyle, who was 21 at the time, and Erik, who was 18 at the time, called 911 and said their parents were killed by intruders.
In March of 1990, Erik and Lyle Menendez were arrested for the first-degree murder.
In 1993, so the year you were born,
Aye.
Erik and Lyle Menendez went on trial, with each brother having their own jury. So I guess they were on like separate trials.
Back in the day, especially if you wanted to be popular, famous, it was these people were it, right? Like holy, like a lot of them, like the famous ones are from that era.
Yeah,
like
that's not something
where I was born.
Yeah.
Thank God I was born in a different country.
Yeah, this is not something that you'd want to be proud of saying that you're famous for.
Yeah, for sure.
So they each had their own jury. Prosecutors alleged that the brothers, who went on a spending spree, so they went and they spent a bunch of their parents' money after the murder of their parents, killed their wealthy parents for financial gain. Then the defense argued that the siblings acted in self-defense after enduring years of sexual abuse by their father.
In 1994, the jury for Erik and Lyle Menendez deadlocked and mistrials were declared for both cases.
In 1996, at the end of a second trial in which the judge barred much of the sex abuse evidence, Lyle and Erik Menendez were convicted of first-degree murder and sentenced to 2 consecutive life prison terms without the possibility of parole.
Guys, this is all happening and Angie hasn't even been born.
I know. I feel like the second judge
had something against.
I don't know if he had something against them. Maybe he was a fan of the dad. But I feel like because we've
The first
heard
one was decent, like fair at least.
Yeah.
The second one was the one that screwed it up and got them 30 years at least.
Yeah, so in the first one, they were able to bring in cousins who actually witnessed
What happened?
the sexual abuse.
Yeah.
Or witnessed how he actually treated the brothers. In the second one, they weren't allowed to testify. So the brothers were separated and sent to separate prisons. So they weren't able to be in the same prison.
Okay, now we got Angie. 2 years? A year and a half?
Yeah, depending on when it was.
Okay, so in 1999, Erik Menendez married his wife, Tammy, in the ceremony prison in 1999 after two connect as pen pals. The couple is still married, and Tammy is outspoken advocate for the brothers' release.
Wow, so they've been married since 1999.
And apparently they were
Pen pals.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 2003.
Joe Marcus born, my brother.
In 2003, Lyle Menendez married Rebecca Sneed at Mule Creek State Prison. Sneed announced in November of 2024 that she and Lyle have been separated for a while now, but remain best friends and family. And she says, "I am forever committed to the enduring fight of Lyle and Eric's freedom," she said in a statement. In 2018, Lyle and Erik Menendez were reunited for their first time since 1996. Oh, took them a long time.
Yeah.
When Lyle Menendez was moved to Erik Menendez's prison, the R.J. Donovan Correctional Facility in San Diego. When they came face to face for the first time, the brothers burst into tears immediately, according to Robert Rand, who is a journalist who consulted for NBC's 2017 TV series on the brothers. They just hugged each other for a few minutes without saying any words to each other, Rand said. Then the prison officials let them spend an hour together in a room. So after spending decades behind bars, in 2023, the brothers filed a habeas corpus petition for a review of new evidence not presented at the original trial. One piece of evidence is allegations from Roy Rosselló, a former member of the boy band Menudo, who revealed in the 2023 docuseries Menendez plus Menudo, Boys Betrayed, that he was raped by Jose Menendez. That's crazy.
Yeah.
But I did hear something about that, actually.
You did?
Yeah, like before I even knew about the brothers.
Yeah.
I heard something about him being, because remember I said when we watched it, like, isn't that the guy?
Yeah.
The second piece of evidence is a letter Erik Menendez wrote to his cousin 8 months before the murders, detailing his alleged abuse. The cousin testified about the alleged abuse at trial, but the letter, which would have corroborated the cousin's testimony, wasn't unearthed until several years ago, according to the brother's attorney. Through the habeas corpus petition, the court could reverse the conviction or reopen proceedings.
In September 2024, Ryan Murphy's fictional series Monster, the Lyle and Erik Menendez story, premiered on Netflix, bringing new attention to the infamous murders.
Yes, and this is one of the ones that I had mentioned at the beginning of the podcast. Weeks later, on October 7th, a documentary on the Menendez brothers was released on Netflix. The two Netflix programs gained a following online from a younger generation who empathized with the brothers' alleged abuse and started advocating for their release. On October 16th, nearly 24 Menendez family members added to that momentum when they united at a news conference to urge Los Angeles County District Attorney George Gascon to recommend resentencing.
Who's
Holy.
this in the picture?
24? It says here. It's the sister of Kitty. So the mom, the sister, the
mom's
aunts.
mom. The aunt?
Yeah, so the
Damn,
sister of
está
the mom.
Vieja.
Well, this is recent. This is just...
I know, but if that was the grandma, I would understand, but...
Well, you have to understand, they've been in jail for 35 years.
Oh, yeah.
And they were 18 and 21.
True. Never mind.
So if Lyle and Eric's case was heard today with the understanding we now have about abuse and PTSD, there is no doubt in my mind their sentencing would have been very different, Ana Maria Baralt, niece of Jose Menendez, told reporters. Behind bars, the brothers have sought to better themselves and serve as a support and inspiration for survivors all over the world, Baralt said. Their continued incarceration serves no rehabilitative purpose.
I feel like that's what made them change, like the environment. They did change, but imagine if they didn't want to go to jail. They wanted to keep that, you know? That mindset of, oh, we can use their money. Because in some of the documents that we see, it's because of they felt guilty after, was it one of the brothers going to therapy or something like that?
Yeah.
So therapy changes you. You know what I'm saying? It makes, not changes you physically, but changes you first, like,
Mentally
in your mind completely. Like, if you do, it's not about once or twice. It's about consistently going that changes that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I have nothing against what she's saying. I'm just saying, like, prospectively, if I'm going to jail, I know I have to listen, do what I have to do. That doesn't mean what I did outside is not what I did outside. You get what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. I get it.
No matter if it's 20, if it's 30. Let's put this in perspective. Yolanda stole and killed Selena. Whether she comes out of the thing, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Maybe in her eyes, she was roughly not paid well, not treated well. You get what I'm saying? With the dad, with the family. You get what I'm saying? Selena was probably there, but maybe the other people weren't. You get what I'm saying? We don't know.
Yeah.
So she took it on a victim. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Will you, as a fan of Selena, forgive her for that?
No.
Exactly. So why is this different? Because you don't have connection to it. You get what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. But I get what she's saying about the brothers and stuff, and I just wanna put that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So on October 24th, Gascon announced he was recommending the brothers' sentence of life without the possibility of parole to be removed, and they should instead be sentenced for murder, which would be a sentence of 50 years to life. Because both brothers were under 26 at the time of the crime. They would be eligible for parole immediately with the new sentence. The DA's office said its resentencing recommendations take into account many factors, including rehabilitation in prison and abuse or trauma that contributed to the crime. Gascon praised the work Lyle and Erik Menendez did behind bars to rehabilitate themselves and help other inmates.
November and December 2024. On November 5th, Gascon lost his race for re-electing to Nathan Hutchman. Hutchman became DA in December and said that he wanted to review all the evidence, including prison records and trial transcripts, before deciding if he'll recommend re-sentencing. February 2025, so this year, a couple of months ago.
Yeah.
On February 21, Hutchman announced that he will ask the court to deny the brothers' habeas corpus petition. He aims to get a new trial or the case to toss out. The DA argued that new evidence the defendant presented wasn't credible or admissible. See, this is what I'm saying. So, like, it's believable because of the sentence that what happened to them. But because their parents are gone, right?
Yeah.
They did what they did. But will they change? Just because they're older.
But that's literally not what that's saying.
I get it. It's like the evidence. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But in my mind, I'm still talking about, like, the persons. You got what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
on February 26, California Governor Gavin Newsom spoke out about the brothers' third potential path to freedom, their request to the governor for clemency. Newsom said he's ordering the patrol board to launch a comprehensive risk assessment investigation into whether the brothers pose an unreasonable risk to the public if released. The governor's primary consideration when evaluating commutation applications is public safety, which includes the applicant's current risk level, the impact of a commutation on victims and survivors, the applicant's self-development and conduct since the offense, and if the applicant has made use of available rehabilitative programs, addressed treatment needs, and mitigated risk factors for re-offending, the governor's office said in the letter to defense attorney Mark Garagos. Newsom had said in November of 2024 that he'd defer to Hutchman's review and analysis of the case before making any clemency decisions.
On March 2025, now we're getting closer. On March 10th, Hutchman announced that he's asking the court to withdraw the previous district attorney's motion of resentencing, alleging the brothers never accepted responsibility of their actions and slamming their claims of self-defense as a part of lies. Hutchman said that the brothers told 20 lies and admitted to 4. he said 16 lies remain unknowledgeable. Hodgman argued that because the brothers persist in telling these lies for the last over 30 years about their self-defense and the insistence that they did not suborn any perjury, and then they did not meet the standard for rehabilitation. If the Menendez brothers at some point unequivocally, sincerely, and fully accepted complete responsibility for all their criminal actions and knowledge that the self-defense was phony and their parents weren't going to kill them, and finally came clear with the court, with the public, with the DA office, and with their own family members, and acknowledged all these lies. And further, the court can weigh these new insights into making a determination to whether now they're qualified for rehabilitation and resentencing, and the DA's office will do the same, Hodgman said.
In April 2025, on April 11th, following an hours-long hearing, Judge Michael Jessic denied Hodgman's motion to withdraw the resentencing position, marking a win for the brothers' case. But the Menendez relatives slammed the prosecutors for their cruel presentation in court, saying the DA's office, without warning, showed grisly crime scene images in front of the family. The family said the graphic displays violated the Marsy's Law, California's Bill of Rights for victims, specifically noting it states that a victim is entitled to be treated with fairness and respect and be free from imitation, harassment, and abuse. The relatives said they're taking formal action to demand Hodgman's office be removed from the case. The family initially asked for Hodgman's removal from the case in March, calling his behavior hostile, patronizing, and re-traumatizing. The DA's office apologized for not giving prior warning, but added, "These hearings are intended to be a place where the truth, no matter how painful, is brought to light."
What's next? A hearing for the resentencing case will be held April 17th and April 18th. So guys, keep an eye on. If you guys have heard it, let us know. If you guys have seen it, if
Let
anything,
us know.
Yeah, guys. All right, guys. Separating as a part of the community case, Lyle and Erik Menendez will appear at the pending pre-roll board hearing on June 13th, following the 90 days independent risk assessment, according to the governor. All right, guys. So
Damn.
that is, and this is probably one of the longest ones we've done and will do, just so that we wanted to keep you guys updated. We usually like to keep this 7 to 12 minutes, but we felt like the timeline was important for this thing.
Yes, especially with the new hearings happening today and tomorrow. So that you guys, if you're watching the news and you're a little bit confused, you guys know what's going on. At least a little bit of the timeline as to what actually happened.
Yeah, okay, guys. So make sure you guys show your support. Like, follow, subscribe, share, comment. Guys, if you guys like and follow this, the videos will go up and up and up. And that's how the engagement and the algorithm does on Facebook and YouTube. So guys, with that being said, I'm John.
And I'm Angie.
Thank you all for your support. And this is Lights, Camera, Arrest.
Ooh.